I think Nick has a demo.
Who wants to see it?
I've already seen it.
So.
Yeah, so that's one person.
And he's already seen it, so it's okay. Okay, go.
Okay, hold on. Let me just take over control.
Yep.
Brett is presenting.
Sure. Thanks.
It says connecting, so I guess give it a second.
I can see Ben.
You can see?
Yeah, personally. But
Cool.
Not yet.
So, Benedict, can you see?
no, he said not yet.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
I did a little work around inline editing. So now it actually works, which is good. What I've done is I've made it convention-based, kind of like our conversation a couple weeks ago. So in order to basically get inline editing working, what you need to do is you create an editor template, and you attach, it's all shape-based. So let's say the shape is parts underscore title, then the template would be parts.title.inlineEdit. And in order to register that in the shape table, you still need to add something to your placement info. But that's basically the crux of it. In order to get the next part is that you use a using statement within your inline edit file, and you put all your inline edit stuff inside of this. What it does is it creates a wrapper around around what you're doing in order to render the shape out, and that's pretty important. So that's how far I've got with inline edit. Bertrand, you mentioned to me the other day that you'd like to see let's say you're modifying the body, and you'd like to see the actual what is it, like TinyMCE? Yeah.
Before we talk about that, you haven't really showed it working.
Oh. I haven't. Yes. I reset my system, so I haven't got a blog post. What would you like to see?
Well, you just showed it.
Oh. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, so, I mean, it works now, which is cool. Now, the next part is to show I only started doing this about 15 minutes ago. So I've got the shape coming out with the TinyMCE stuff. It just doesn't save back, but I'll show you I'll show you what it looks like, as it looks pretty cool. Fine. There you go. So that renders in line. The only problem is at the moment that it doesn't actually save back. So that's the next part, is to deal with those intrinsic issues. But simple shapes actually.
It's not using the style sheet, is it?
What, the style sheet of the page or the style sheet underneath?
The style sheet of the page in the editor.
Whatever. I don't think so. I don't believe it is. Would be kind of nice. No, it doesn't look like the same font. No. But I I only looked at plug in TinyMCE and during that Xbox call, so that's about as far as I've got so far. Pretty cool. Question? No? Cool.
Thanks. Okay. Do we have any other demos, or should we let Sebastian give status?
Ken? So Ken, as Wilk, implemented the decision activity in the workflow module.
Nice.
Decision being, well, we still had some discussions about the final states of the activity. The idea is that you can run any script in a decision, like, so whatever you want, testing for tokens or values or the date of the current date or whatever you want, and you return a string which will be the decision outcome. So in the workflow, you can run any code to dispatch the flow. And the current implementation just handles true, false, so two outcomes, but the final one will handle whatever outcomes you want. Like in the user task, when you can define if the user can accept, reject, or whatever action you want, the decision activity will let you define all the available outcomes, and in your C# script, you will return the actual outcome.
Are we taking this? Hold on, sorry. Are we taking that in, or is it?
Yes, we will take it. The activity is right now in the workflow. It's just the execute method is empty. So it was supposed to be here, and he said, "Oh, hey,
okay.
What the hell is it empty?" And I said, "Implement it." And he said, "Okay."
Great.
So he's doing it, pull request and everything. So status sharing screen. I don't think I have a demo today. I will see. Waiting for Benedek. Tell me if you can see the screen.
Okay, it's loading.
Thank you. Okay, so last week, I don't know, it's 7 days, so I don't know if I talked about it last week. The data migrations are executing transactionally now. So if during an update there is an exception, the whole migration will be reverted. So Zoltan wanted it, and a few other people on the forum. There is a unit test for that too. Zoltan made a lot of changes about iContent Manager. For instance, now it accepts iContent everywhere instead of just content item. So you can pass parts to the iContent Manager. This change has been reverted because I thought it was an issue, and whatever, it's useless, so it's okay. He fixed escaping bugs. Bertrand added manage query permission so that you don't need to be super admin to be able to create queries. Fixed the blog bug with archive count. Fixed the placement editor on the administration. I think that's still there is a new bug which have been open since then. I optimized the running shell table, which was doing the same link query over and over. So now it's pre-computed, and also the general use case being that you just have one tenant, and in this case, don't even try to do some link queries. There is just one tenant, so give it back. So this is fixing a bug in Content Manager, which failed the unit test after Zoltan's modifications.
That actually breaks comments, but I raised a bug around that, so
Okay, I'll fix that. Which change?
The one that you highlighted.
This one?
Yep.
Okay, I see that. Resultant fixed a validation issue. Fixed the draft link display related to permissions. Bertrand fixed this one, or fixed an overload which was not taking the resource debug path. I removed something related to Gin that I have included when I did the C# module. I don't know why it was there, but I removed it. Fixed some warnings during compilation. I fixed the URL alternates feature. Also this one, custom links were not taking part of the selected path. So if you were on a page from a custom link menu item, the menu item was not highlighted. I'm using the GC server garbage collection mode from server side. Yeah, it's using multiple CPU to collect things. It seems it's said to be better, so let's use it.
I didn't even know you could set that at the application level. Well, from the application. I thought this was just an IIS.
At first I thought also, but it's in the runtime and we have this in the web config, so I set it.
And they let you set it, well, more accurately, I thought it was a property of the app domain, or the app pool. So it's weird.
Maybe it's useless actually. Maybe I ask.
Okay.
I fixed, well, it's not fixed, it's actually applying it. The permissions at the blog level. So now when you look for a blog itself, it will apply the permission, the view permission, so you can apply content item permissions or custom permissions. And by the way, I found out that if you were looking to a blog post, it was not applying the blog's permission. So I found out there was a big issue, which is that the code which was supposed to check to validate the container's permission if you don't have a permission on yourself was not working. So now it's fixed. So now permissions work for blog post, and anything which has a container. I also applied those permissions on widgets. Now you can enable the content item permissions on widgets and filter per user, per role, and so it's useful. For instance, to hide. Well, we already had a layer, but now you can have custom permissions for each permission. For each widget, it's easier. Near reference exception in the menu item link shape. At first I had closed the issue, I thought there was no issue, and then I hit it, so okay, there is an issue, let's fix it. This one is about exceptions when you're using the syscache module. So in an Hibernate, in these records, we have the relationship property, the parent to many children property, and we also have the parent property, which is mapped to the same relationship. And if you just delete the children, it won't update the parent collection itself. Okay, so then the cache was having issues with this object, which is not there anymore because it has been deleted. So what you need to do is when you delete an object, you remove it from the collection if it's already loaded, and it was. So I'm just removing it from the loaded collection and deleting it, and now it's fixing the issue. For multiple records, it was doing that. I changed and fixed by the same way the resource manager behavior with HTTP equiv names. So the idea is that in today's implementation, if you look at the rendered, well, now it's fixed, so it's different. But if you look at this tag, meta tag, no, this one, sorry. Before this change set, you would not have had HTTP equiv, you would have had name equals XUA compatible and content equals this one. And this is wrong because it's not the name which has to be, it's not the name attribute which has to be set, it's the HTTP equiv. And it was actually broken. So if you try to render the HTTP equiv only value and no name, it will not render because it was using the name only as indexer in the resource manager. So now it's fixed and you can define it like that. And I also changed the default templates to render it like that. And finally, I removed the webforms view engine because I'm not using it. So okay.
Nice. This should give us more perf boost. If only because we are not looking for those files anymore.
We're not loading them, and when a view is not found, it won't try to search for all the ASPX versions. Yeah, I don't know how much, but yeah, it was.
So that's a breaking change.
Yes, that's a breaking change. Which will
how
make no one.
about support for other view engines?
It's still there. I didn't remove
the support is still there.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't configure webforms by default.
So if you still have it, if you still want it, you can take back the files and put it back, and it will work. Not aware of anyone using it. Why would they? It's there because historically we were using the webforms engine when we started the orchard development.
Yeah.
And
Razor didn't exist.
Yes, and yes, somehow at some point it was existing, but not publicly, so it was not used. I don't even know when it was released, Razor, because I remember we converted it in September, in fall of 2010. But when was it released? Or maybe there was a beta before. Yeah. We are using the beta, maybe yes, maybe the beta bit was were released before. I don't remember. And just for your knowledge, because not everyone knows it, this is the orchard statistics for lines of code. You see, it's always going up, but at some point it was going down here. See, this is when we switch from webforms to Razor. So much lesser code when we went to Razor than from webforms. See, and then still up.
You mean less code, but better code?
Yeah, well, the same one actually. It was just changing the templates. It was a huge work. I remember these iterations. Wow, taking every module and changing all the views and ensuring everything was working.
Yeah,
it was huge. Yeah, you see, fall 2010. Razor, boo. Done for the changes. More bug fixing this week.
Okay.
Triaging. Oh, new websites. I have new websites. Copy pasting them. Not this thing. This here. New website. Maybe all websites, but I was not aware of. So this one is interesting. So Orchard is a company in Australia.
This is an Orchard.
So well, actually, Orchard was a CMS before Orchard from this company, but their website now is on our Orchard.
Seriously?
Yes.
Those are the guys who were making the Orchard CMS that existed before Orchard CMS.
But they're using, and it's a very nice website. Simple but very.
I thought they were making websites for churches or something like that.
So, yes, also I found some other websites. And you see, this one is our Orchard, but their customers use. I had some example, like I don't know which one, which is using their own Orchard.
Oh, that's interesting. Welcome to them.
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
More Orchard website. Yeah, so this one is interesting. Which other one? They're all very nice. They're all very nice. This one is the NATO in Hungary, NATO website. Which one? So the Campbell Kitchen also is from Australia. So we have a very international list here because so Australian, this one I don't know. Hungarian, South Africa, Russia, Bahrain, Italy, Australia. Yeah, they're all very nice. This one I can't but guess who made it because it's in South Africa. It's for airline company and they mention Kulula, so I'm assuming these are the guys from the Kulula website that we will see in Amsterdam this year again.
Yeah, you just got corrected in the chat. HR is not Hungary. It's Croatia.
Okay, sorry, it's HU, yeah, sorry. And actually, now you say it, I remember it's not in. It's written that it's from Croatia, so HR. Why HR? Human resources? No. It's written somewhere in Croatia something. Looks like it looks the same, so it's okay. Works well too. Yeah, a few nice websites. I think this one is from Design Company. Online advertising. Yeah. This one looks a lot like the British ones. What are they? The Chef and Brewer and things like that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the same company who made it, but this is for an Australian website, so I don't know. Maybe it is. Nice. Okay. What did I miss? Who's talking? Gert Smith. Triaging. 18, 5 stars. We need to release 1.7 and lock down these reviews. Issues. This one I'm still working on. I need to find a better solution. I fixed most of the top voted issues. So let's see the proposed ones first. All 12. Oh. Okay. So if we broke something, we need to fix it.
It's an issue with a stage with a zip file that's created after the build. It for some reason it does not treat themes as
Okay.
It excludes bin file.
Yeah, the script might be wrong now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I created a 1.7.1 version because I will have. Yes, I will have to push some bugs to 1.7.1. There are important bugs, but they won't make the 1.7 release date. So there will be a 1.7.1 a few weeks after, and we know that there will be bugs in 1.7. Brand new features, lots of new features means lots of new bugs, and maybe very important bugs that we will have to fix quickly. So it's okay. We can ship faster for the next iteration, focusing on bugs and quality, and it will be also interesting for people. I assume you will agree with that. More releases is better than no releases. So this one we open for 1.7 because we can't have a 1.7 with the styles require not working. This one, I think, yes, Zoltan already opened it. I closed it. And you open it. Okay, what's happening? Yes, that's what I say. The issue is in Orchard UN external pages. So
No, the issue is with handling the routes. But
the name
Zoltan,
routes.
yeah, but Zoltan wrote out.
Isn't there another bug open for that? Or this is the one?
I think this is the one. Zoltan, did you open another one?
Yes, this one is future. This is performance, not issues, but performance concerns about how all path constraint updaters are working. We have one for alias, we have one for block path, we have one for we had one for taxonomies. It's about fetching all the available path URLs from those modules to provide them to route providers. So the correct module is called when you hit a URL, because not everything goes through the alias updater. And in this case, I think block path could be removed and use the alias updater. I have to check. I did it for taxonomies recently. I have to see if I can do it also for blogs. And yet the issue will still be on the alias updater, and we could optimize something. I'm not sure we want to do it for 1.7 because it's too short and it's been there since V1, so it's okay. It's not really time consuming actually. So I will put it, this will be the first for 1.7.1. This 1.1.7, this must be duplicate somehow, but we'll see later. This one is for future, so it's about adding a XML RPC handler for taxonomy, so that when you use live Windows Live Editor, when you select categories, it will update the corresponding taxonomy. It needs some design because we need to define how to find the taxonomy. Will it be name driven? Like if we have a taxonomy named categories, it will use this one, or do we need to select somewhere in the settings which taxonomy to use?
Yeah, I wonder whether we need system taxonomies or something like that. Ones that you can't delete.
Or those ones, there is already a bug open for that, and
that's what I would have thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, Stanley something was working on that, but I haven't heard about him for this feature, so maybe I will do it. But it's different matter. We need to make system taxonomies, and for this feature, we might need to have a setting to define which taxonomy to use. This is different matter. And this will not be a system taxonomy actually. Because you need to be able to edit it, to add terms and everything.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm saying that you can't delete the taxonomy, not the term.
Oh, delete it. It's okay. You will break it. You will re-enable the module. You will create it again or something like that, or you can recreate it. I want to. The system taxonomy is when you can delete it and can't delete it.
I think it should be at the taxonomy level, not at the term level. I think it should be a system taxonomy, not a system term.
Yes, why not? Maybe it's not a big issue if we can add terms. Actually, I have to. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm using it for the media library. If you add terms to the media library, it's okay. It will work.
But if you delete the taxonomy, it won't work.
Yeah. That's why we need system to delete it. I thought that system would also prevent editing the taxonomy itself from the UI in the taxonomy. But maybe you're right and it's not needed. But this one is for later. This one is weird because I was pretty sure I had fixed it, but it says it's on 1.6, so I'll check again.
That's the
Okay.
I just didn't cross-post it, so.
So why don't you fix it?
I did. I removed your. I reverted your change.
Oh, that's a nice fix. I'm the only one allowed to revert your changes if it breaks something. Okay, but not yet. 171. Oh, future. Async. Interesting ID. Well, it seems that you are interested in it. I'm following the discussions. Yes. Legal bug. Oof. The assembly info for Chan Azure is under MS copyright. So by the way, just to mention that if you go to Orchard Harvest, which is hosted on Azure websites, you might find that it's slow. And there are other websites running on Azure websites which are sometimes slow, sometimes fast. If it's slow, don't worry. It's not because of Orchard. So the Azure team is working on the fix for this issue. There's something going on and they're working on that. But sorry if it's slow. We can't do anything.
So there is a Stack Overflow question from yesterday. Is it okay to answer that this is an Azure issue that is being fixed right now?
Well, I'm not sure it's an Azure only issue, but it's being investigated by the Azure team.
Okay. And we can say
that we can say, yeah.
Okay.
And when will it be fixed? I don't know, and I think they don't know either. They're just investigating the issue. But they are aware of the issues and they take it very seriously.
Okay.
And triage is done. What? The one? Just while we were doing the triage, they were creating new ones? This is the same one. Oh, no. What is this about? What did I miss? Proposed all, release all. Type unnecessary. What is this? It's active. Well, wait. Close. Open. I still have to open it? I didn't open it? Oh, are you doing jokes? Done. So 221 for version 1.7. And unless you all help me, we won't fix the 221 items. So I make decisions. Like, I like this bug, okay, I fix it. I don't like this bug, postpone it.
Are there any web API ones?
I didn't know, nobody is using it. Yes, there is one. I saw one recently, which was about using the updater. You see, using build update and updating some parts from a web API controller, and he raised an issue because the updater is, you have to pass this, so the controller when you're using MVC, but in web API doesn't work. So yeah, it's very weird thing to use web APIs to update this. I could see usage when you want to update using Ajax. But why would you use web API?
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way. You have to write that's why it's an interface. You have to write your own updater.
Yes, but normally you will pass the controller itself, and an API controller can be used as an updater. So I would suggest actually to use an MVC controller to update things, because it's not really a public API, even a private API. It's about your Ajax feature. You don't need RESTful services for updating your parts. So why using a web API? This is, well, so I'm just answering your question. Is there something related to web API? This is the only thing I saw.
Okay, I'll see if I can pick that one out. I've got one out of the 221.
Yeah, and but I will go over everything and see what is high priority. Top voted and high priority bugs, like the showstopper things.
I'm sure some of these have already been fixed.
Yeah, sometimes I look over them and they are duplicates, or it's been fixed indirectly. And for instance, this one won't be done. It's a separate feature. It won't be done for 1.7. Okay, it's nice. We all know we need it, but feature. There are lots of them that we won't fix for 1.7 for sure.
Web view page, maybe that one can be killed off, I guess.
Yeah. No, this one we're still using it. Web view page is different than the web forms thing.
Oh, okay.
Web view page is the base one.
Oh, yeah, alright, fine.
And yeah, there are things that we can't postpone, security things or breaking setup, breaking current features.
Have we got a task in there to do the auto migration from tags to taxonomies?
No, we don't have any. We don't have anything right now.
Are we going to deprecate tags?
I don't think we'll deprecate tags right now. We have it. We have taxonomies. Maybe next version, but I think it's too late to deprecate it.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. Fine.
Unless someone sells. So, and with argumentation.
Oh yeah, how far has the documentation stuff got that Mr. Noble was looking at doing? Do we know?
Adrian is not here today.
No.
We have 3 Brett Morrisons, but we don't have 1 Adrian. Two Benedicts, two Antoine, two Nicolas. No.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Xbox One then.
Not going to get one.
No, you will.
No.
They will announce new games and.
I'll get a PS4.
I want an Xbox. I think it looks alright. But I want a PS as well.
Yeah, it's alright if you like TV and sports, apparently.
No, they just talked about those things, but
Yeah,
they want to keep stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. For the moment, I'm not convinced. Yeah, and the name is so silly.
No, it's just one thing, everything in one box.
Yeah, I have two Xbox Ones already. I don't need another one. Pun intended.
And read the article on Wired. It's very interesting. You learn much more stuff, yeah. And
they have some more info
about what you can do with the Kinect, how it works. It's very interesting. The differences, the improvements.
Yeah, I think the Kinect is an interesting gadget from a technology standpoint, but my kids use it, but I don't.
Don't the military use it as well?
Oh, lots of people use it. It's an awesome hacking device.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's used in the military in quite a few places.
It's used in lots and lots of places.
I still find the one that the Sony came out with, the PlayStation one, the funniest, with the little balls on the ends of the controllers. I thought that was
that was kind of silly too.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are done for this meeting. We are having a short one with a few people about Harvest after this, aren't we?
I think it's just the core contributors, right?
Ilan?
I don't know about what. Yeah, so we will kick everyone out. I can do it. I think I have the right click to do it.
All right, thanks everyone before you are getting kicked out by Sebastian. And we'll talk next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.